Hi, my name is Rosie Gaynor. I'm from SeattleDances. I'm here at On the Boards with Olivier Wevers. This is our third time trying my brand new flip camera that was a donation from Toby Smith to SeattleDances. Thank you, Toby Smith. We'll see how it goes this time. We've had a really spectacularly bad start the first time. That was my fault. Olivia, you were telling me about the three pieces you're going to, your group, Whim W'Him, is going to perform at On the Boards here. Can you tell me one more time?
Yeah, so the first work is called Ecstasis, and it was choreographed for PNB's Choreographer Showcase in 2006. And the second piece is Fragments, which was choreographed for Spectrum Dance Theater about a year and a half ago for their studio series. And the third piece is brand new work that we're still putting together for next week, and it's called 3 Seasons. It was kind of a show where I've been, what I've done at PNB, at Spectrum, which is ballet company and modern company, and then moving on to where I want to go and what I'm working on now.
And in some ways it's bringing the two styles together because you have PNB dancers and Spectrum dancers both, right?
Right. So it's kind of, first they're separated and then they'll be together. And actually I started playing with that already, that Ecstasis will have some Spectrum dancers in it.
Cool.
So.
Very cool. Can you tell me why 3 seasons instead of 4?
Well, the original idea was I was inspired by climate change and how few summers back it felt like we didn't have a summer at all. It went from spring to autumn, and it felt like we didn't have time to get any sun at all. So I was frustrated. I felt I had that feeling of loss and missing something. So then came to me the idea of, I should do something about climate change and how unpredictable the weather is, and how, we have those anticipation of those 4 seasons, that rhythm of life that we have, and that doesn't mean anything. It's something that we hope for, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be there for us. So I've always wanted to choreograph on Vivaldi's 4 Seasons, love the score, and I was like, well, this would be the perfect vehicle for it, since it's composed on the 4 seasons, and this kind of idea of missing a season. So the first concept was like, well, why don't every show we drop 1 season randomly? That it would be at every performance that we draw one of the seasons, and that season is omitted, not being performed. Which I was really excited about. I thought it was kind of a cool concept, because it would really create kind of a visceral feeling for the audience. This time it wouldn't be like us, the dancers, the performer, the choreographers, what they should be feeling, but it would actually literally give them a feeling of loss. So that's what I was excited about, is that kind of visceral emotion that they would get directly from that. Then I thought, why not having a new composition of the 4 seasons? That's when it became kind of a little difficult. If we created something that's on the same structure as Vivaldi, we could replace any of Vivaldi's season with a new score that the dancers would still be able to perform on.
So we're adapting to that change.
Right. So the change is in what you're going to hear and what you're going to feel from the Vivaldi score to that drop and change to Byron O'Young's new composition, which is inspired by the seasons, inspired by that specific season on that night. And so we're throwing kind of an unpredictable aspect to it. It's like you're going to expect Vivaldi's next season, but you don't know, are you going to get it or not?
Got it. Oh, that's very cool. Can you describe the sections of 3 seasons? For example, section 1, a sexy duet for Lucienne and Hannah, or something. Like, who will we be seeing on stage at each time, and is there a mood for each section?
Again, the idea, and I think it reveals itself in all the work that I've done before, is that I like to really stick to vignettes and really kind of put things together that way. And I've kind of stick to that same kind of format again, that there are a lot of themes that are continuous throughout the work. I've also used each of the sections of the seasons as one little vignette, and I've really kind of focused on one theme, one concept for that. And you'll see everybody dancing.
Got it.
because part of what I wanted to do was also to use the dancers' personalities and to really each make them fit to what section or what theme that we had. So you'll see a lot of solos, a lot of duets, a few movements that everybody's together.
Okay.
I can talk about a few. I mean, it opens. I mean, Cowley and Jimmy are kind of a main figure that come in and out throughout the whole work, and then everybody else is can take another form, another shape throughout. So everybody kind of represents different things at different times, but Cowley and Jimmy are kind of the main figures that go in and out of the whole work. And it opens with Cowley and finishes with her being dumped. That's all I want to say.
Oh no, Cowley's dumped. No. Oh no.
Being disposed of. Oh. Because a lot of the concept is about the disposable. It started with climate change, and then it has evolved to like the disposable world that we live in, and how we dispose of everything that we own. And it's about owning and disposing of things, and it's about how all of that is connected with us and with each other.
That sounds so fascinating. I have a couple other questions for you. I know that with your own company, you've had a little bit of a luxury in terms of having time to choreograph. Maybe not so much time for rehearsal, but time to choreograph. And somebody had said that there was a duet that you didn't like so much, and so you were able to redo it. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was kind of like the first time that I really had that luxury of creating something and being very unhappy with, looking back at it and being, I just need to start over. It's not going to happen. It's not, changing thing is not going to make it happen. I went the wrong way. This is not happening. So I just started from scratch, which made the dancers kind of upset after all the work they had put into the first version. And then I remember them trying to hang out and being like, come on, there's some stuff that's really good. Keep it, just... And I remember just going, no, I just need to start over. I just, clear my head and start with something new. And so that was really exciting, because it's a luxury that you don't always have, being able to just kind of take the time to like destroy what you've done and rebuild something new.
And so which section is it? So when we watch, when will we see this rebuilt section?
This is the summer section.
Okay.
It's the third movement of summer, the Allegro, and it's we call it the rape scene.
Oh.
And it was also inspired because I don't usually do things that are violent and aggressive, and so I was kind of exploring that side of me. And it's Cowley and Lucien that are dancing a duet together, and they're kind of representing. Jonathan will be dancing around too, and Jonathan is kind of the main figure. Cowley and Lucien kind of represent his anger and his emotion and all of that. And then at the end, of course, it happens.
I imagine that running a company and choreographing a new work for it, and then staging this new work, is pretty exhausting. So do you have any plans for the week after the show opens?
No, because I'll be working at P&B rehearsing. But February 15, we booked a trip to Mexico for a week.
That's great.
On a beach, in a hotel we've been before. It's very quiet. It's away from the touristy place. It's those amazing white beaches, Caribbean side of Mexico, and I won't be bringing my phone or my computer, and I'll just escape the world for a week. So it'll be heaven.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, that sounds like a great place to stop the interview. Thank you so much, Olivier, for taking some time to be with us. Yeah. Good luck. I'm excited to see your show. Bye-bye.